spy balloon, the totally non-spy balloon, weather balloon, I mean, that the Chinese government
The totally weather balloon.
sent over U.S. airspace. And what they're saying now, a senior state, this is CNN, by the way.
Wow.
A senior State Department official said Thursday that the balloon was capable of conducting signals intelligence collection operations. It was part of a fleet that had flown over more than 40 countries across 5 continents. So they're sending these things everywhere. The Biden administration determined that the Chinese balloon was operating with electronic surveillance technology capable of monitoring U.S. Communications, according to official. We know the PRC, I believe it's People's Republic of China, the CCP, use these balloons for surveillance. The official said high-resolution imagery from U-2 flybys revealed that the high-altitude balloon was capable of conducting signals intelligence collection operations. Signals intelligence refers to information that is gathered by electronic means, things like communications and radars. And then it says that they haven't said anything about like the payload, so like the brunt of it, because they say it was like 900 pounds or 900 kilograms or something like that. There's a lot of it was pretty big and heavy.
So how was it? It was a balloon, so it was like.
But it also
How was
had
it flying?
well, so you can control where you're going in a hot air balloon, right?
Sure, yeah.
But you go
Yeah.
up and down into different flows. So
Yeah, but you have to control the.
yeah,
but
yeah, you could easily.
if nobody's in there, I guess they would
No,
have
you
to
don't.
remote
Well,
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could easily do that. But apparently, it had propellers on it.
But it says. I mean, that would scream that it's not just released, and it's like,
Oh yeah,
let's see what it collects. Somebody's
yeah.
controlling it.
Even if they didn't have like propellers, as long as it had like the proper electrical equipment, you could control it because you could just have it go up and down to get into certain wind flow directions. But it didn't have to do that because it had propellers. So it was controlled. And China said it like blew off course. It's like, I mean, it was flyable though.
Right.
So
It's a pretty
yeah.
big thing to just blow off course and be like, oh fuck, oops, I don't know where it is. Like, okay.
Well, that's just their excuse.
Yeah, no, of course.
Right. Yeah. So I guess a lot of it's underwater, or at least that's what they're saying. So they don't know fully what it was capable of yet. They haven't gotten
Yeah,
like
because
the
that was
main.
fucking smart. Shoot it down over water.
Yeah, it's kind of smart. Like so you're not gonna hit anybody, but
Yeah, but then you're gonna have a hard time getting into the shit either.
I don't know if it's gonna be that hard.
I can't
It's
see.
probably just gonna take
You couldn't
longer.
pinpoint it over like a farm, over some farm.
Well, that's where they should have done it over Montana in the first place. It's weird that they let it go all the way across the country, knowing that it was probably spying. Which might be why they shot down this other object, which is kind of another story we have that's tangential to this one. This is a live article. I don't know when the last time it was updated with the Independent. A Pentagon retrieving second car-sized object shot down by F-22 jets over Alaska. Well, this was shot down over sort of northern Alaska. There's if I scroll down far enough here, there's a map.
Did you pat? I saw it.
Right here. So right up top. So this is basically like the second this thing entered U.S. airspace, they shot it down. Now this one's interesting because they don't know what it is. It's not a balloon necessarily. It was like a car-sized object. They didn't know if it had maneuverability or anything like that. Like they don't know too much about it until they recover it. I'm assuming then they're going to know about it.
That was Marty and Doc from Back to the Future. It was a DeLorean.
Maybe it's aliens.
Was it shaped like a DeLorean?
Listen, we don't know what it looked like. So, but this is interesting, right? So now in like just a few days, we got 2 things shot down over U.S. airspace. One of them for sure was a Chinese spy balloon, which is like, you speculate why the hell was there. The other one might be car size, 40,000 feet and car size. They're saying it's not necessarily a balloon. Then it might be like a drone of some kind. It could be Russian, could be Chinese, could be extraterrestrial.
Don't discount that.
We're not going to discount that. Well, those things have been flying around. It does fit the description of a lot of UFOs. Someone here said if John Moravec, I don't know how to say that.
More.
If no one dies, I guess it's not that bad. Just weird. Also, I'm pretty sure human meat isn't supposed to taste that different from other meat. So what's the point? Um, I mean, it's people.
No, but he's saying, what's the point of doing it? Yeah.
Well,
It's sinister is what it is.
yeah. It's like if you can grow human meat, why would you not just grow other meat instead?
Well, you're clearly trying to dehumanize people
Yeah.
by doing that.
Yeah,
You're
so I
like,
hear what he's saying though. Like if it's no one's dying or suffering for it, it's not that bad, and I agree with that. But it feels insidious to be like, we could grow this fake cow meat, but instead we're growing people meat.
right.
And he says a thing was shot down over Alaska. Yeah, northern
it's today.
Alaska. Um, definitely aliens, probably. I'm giving it 95.
Definitely aliens, probably.
We'll see what they say.
Yeah.
Watch them. If they listen, if we don't hear anything about the origin of it in a couple days, or like what it is,
It's aliens,
shape, size, it's
Clearly.
definitely aliens, and they're going to sweep it under the rug.
obviously.
But realistically, like what is it like? It's so weird that now we got two of these things. Maybe it's Chinese, maybe it's Russian. It's close to Russia, right? So it's possible it's Russia.
Could be
It could
Russian.
have been like a Russian drone that's like wasn't necessarily meant to go over there, and it just maybe got blown off course or something and ended up in the wrong place.
I'm still going with aliens.
Yeah. I guess is he deleted that, but he's deleting all of his comments now.
He's
Yeah.
an alien.
No,
John's an alien. We know we're hip to your game.
it could have been a balloon. The reason I think what did they say about the nature of it? Like it almost sounds like it's not a balloon. Like it was they're saying that it was a reasonable threat the size of a small car. I think the balloon's a lot bigger than that.
Right.
Like the actual balloon part. Maybe the payload was about the size of a car based on the mass.
Right.
But
It's just suspect that they shot this one down right now.
yeah. So they're saying it's much smaller than the spy balloon shot down last week. This one, yeah, they shot down right away, which probably indicates that it was solid. And they're saying it posed a reasonable threat to safety, civilian air travel, probably because it's at 40,000 feet. The other one was at 80,000 feet.
Right.
So we can only speculate about what it is.
Yeah.
But it's just so weird to me.
Mhm.
So
I don't know. Well, you know what? If China,
I think it just speaks to like the escalation of everything. Like tensions are so high right now, and there's so many things going on, and no one knows what's happening. Like, why is China sending a spy balloon over across the United States? And what is this thing that they shot down, and why did they shoot it down? Where did it come from? Like, is it? I don't know, man.
we're under attack.
Well, we're definitely under attack if you know anything about TikTok. But like, are we really escalating to that point? Are we getting to things where it's going to be more?
I mean, it
more
could
intense?
could very well just be the test, right?
Yeah, China testing response times. What you'll do? See what kind of data they can get that like the U.S. will allow them to get.
Right.
Now they have something.
Yeah.
They went over the whole thing. Loon probably served its purpose.
Yeah.
There's no way they didn't get all the data off of it. It's not like it has data on it that they couldn't have just streamed back to China. But now that you destroy it, it's like, oh no, we lost our data. It's not the fucking 1960s.
These are like small provocations, right? It's like just little needling. Let's just see what they'll do when we do this, and then just lie and say, oh well, oh that wasn't for that. We were just conducting this, and it went off. It went off course. You have enough deniability with stuff like this to just get away with it.
Yeah.
And they win the whole way, right? So, like, obviously, if you think about TikTok, just in general, if you think about TikTok, the fact that it's known, it's not even like speculated, it's known that China is taking all of this data from TikTok, so they're gathering all this data, and nobody's doing anything about it. So they're like, hey, just keep pushing it.
Yep.
Let's just keep seeing how far we can go. So I don't blame them. I mean, I'd rather they didn't do it, but I don't blame them.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm sure. We like to sit back on our laurels over here and say that, oh yeah, we're the good guys. I'm
Yeah.
sure. I'm sure the U.S. has been doing shit like this since the dawn of time, like,
Yeah.
of their time, I should say, the dawn of the U.S. time.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh,
they,
100% they're doing that. They're doing that now too.
sure, and that's what I mean. So
They're
it's
just they're just more secretive about it.
right,
They're doing things that can't be easily shot down.
but there could be two Chinese guys right now talking about the exact same reverse of what we're talking about. Oh, the U.S.
Something in China.
sent a
Yeah.
drone over, over mainland China or something. Like
They
we
probably
wouldn't
don't
really hear
like.
about
I
it.
bet you there's satellites that fly directly over China
Mhm.
that they don't like. I wonder if there are though too. Actually, I do really wonder about that because we don't get to know about the classified satellites. We don't really know how many of them are up there, what their capabilities are, but China knows about them.
Mhm.
If they're flying over Chinese airspace, they know about them for
Sure.
sure. They're probably tracking every single launch to see what's coming out of it because SpaceX will do a launch. It's a secret launch, so they'll stream the launch, but they don't do the video of the payload release or anything like that because it's secret.
Right.
So I wonder if any satellites that have gone directly over China, China has gone up there and pushed out of the way or destroyed. And then we don't hear about it because the U.S. can't really admit necessarily that they
Right.
had something there.
And who's going to
They
report
don't
it?
want to.
Who's going to report on it? I think Fox News might.
Yeah, well, it would be the government
Wouldn't be
coming out and
mainstream.
saying, this afternoon, Chinese,
Yeah.
destroyed a satellite or did something to our satellites. But yeah, I don't know that they necessarily would do that.
Yeah.
And so,
It's kind of like war games. I think they would all just be like, each country's like, yeah, we'll do this shit, but
yeah,
let's kind of keep it high level,
yeah.
But